I got back at my cheating boyfriend by flirting with my dad. Story time. So me and Steve were dating for a few months before I started to suspect that he was cheating on me. He would very often hide his phone and be unavailable at the most random times. And then when I'd ask him where he'd been, he'd have no explanation. So one night when he was staying over at mine, I looked over and I could see Steve talking to a girl on Facebook Messenger. Which, come on Steve, we've moved on from Facebook Messenger now, babe. So I knew that Steve was in a Facebook group for bikers. And I thought that is the perfect place to get revenge. So I created a fake profile. I used a profile picture that I generated using AI. Next thing you know, I'm accepted into the group. I was going mad, sending friend requests to everyone in this group to make it look more real. And then to make it look like I actually gave a shit about motorbikes, I just posted some random pictures that I found on Google. And what do you know? Less than a week later, I get messages from Steve. He started the conversation by saying he'd literally never seen a more beautiful biker in his life and that he wanted to meet up with me. And I just thought I would see how far he goes, so I told him that I had a boyfriend and he instantly replied that he had a girlfriend but nobody needed to know. And after that, it all got very explicit very quickly. And I just went with the flow of it all because I was gathering evidence. And then whilst all this was going on, another guy called Nick messaged me. New character unlocked. He was also in this biker group, but his profile didn't have a picture of him on it, and his page was also set to private as well. He started off by asking how I'd been, and I replied just saying, well, I found my boyfriend was cheating on me, so I'm pretty shit actually. And he responded so nice. He really built me up and encouraged me to leave him. So the next day, I confronted Steve with all of the evidence that I'd compiled from him cheating with me. And of course, he tried to put the blame on me. We ended up in a massive argument and now he is blocked on everything. I ended up speaking to this biker stranger about it. This man was so attentive. He texted me every single morning, telling me to have a good day. And as the conversations went on, we started to get more and more flirty. We were adding spice, if you know what I mean. One day he asked me if he'd like to meet up with me. So we arranged to meet in a little cafe at the weekend. And I was prepared to live my Bella Swan fantasy, you know, like riding on the back of a motorbike, feeling all dangerous. Okay, so let's fast forward to the weekend. I had already texted Nick and told him which table I was at in the cafe. So I'm sitting there feeling all cute or whatever, and I see a very familiar motorbike pull up in the car park outside. Nick then proceeded to walk in the door, and with his head down, he walked directly to the table I was sat at. So when he got to my table, he took his helmet off, and standing in front of me was my dad. And all he said to me before walking away was, please don't tell your mum.